Okay, so this is a video on how to fix your lipo glow starter that doesn't work properly. One of these Dynamite ones. They seem like they're pretty good, and yeah, they work great, but there's a lot of problems with them, and I'll show you how to fix that. Do this at your own risk. You're playing with a lipo battery, which are going to explode in your face, and you're going to be dealing with a hot soldering iron, and you could burn the crap out of yourself. So first of all, they do a really crappy soldering job, so I had to resolder the ground. The lead was barely soldered at all. This capacitor wasn't soldered properly. This resistor wasn't soldered properly. Neither was this capacitor. And you have to be careful because there is power running through all this. Not enough to hurt you, but enough to short stuff out and blow things up in your face. So keep that in mind. The other thing you have to resolder, and I'll show you that in a second here, is the end of your lead. That thing. Solder the crap out of that. And it'll always work after that. Because I bought this one originally, and it never worked properly. It always, you'd have to bang it on stuff, or it wouldn't work, or it wouldn't turn on, or it wouldn't get your glow plug very hot. And I thought, well, what a ripoff. And then I took it apart, and I finally found out what the problem was. If I get my phone to stand up, I'll be doing perfect. Let's get this back together here for you. Don't even know if I'm in film or in frame. So yeah, that's what you gotta do, is you gotta resolder in a few spots. You can see, I don't know if it'll focus, probably not because it's a piece of shit. But here, this resistor wasn't even soldered at all. And this capacitor. Just put two little blobs of solder on there. You can see where I resoldered the leads, because they're barely even tacked on. They weren't even making a connection. It's pretty poor construction, really. I can't believe that they actually even let these things go out like that. So I'll show you this how it works after, or test it. Or actually, I could even do that right now. Just bear with me for a second. This thing would hardly even light up glow plugs before, like at all. If you look here, it's like a flashlight, nice and bright, and that light comes on green every time. Whenever you stick this on, that light is always red, or you kind of wiggle it and it sometimes works. You bang it, the light goes green again. That's what it is, weak solder connections. Oh, that's on the ground now. But like I said, be careful, because there's a live lipo battery in here, so you don't want to be poking around in there if you don't know what you're doing, because you can end up burning yourself down, or burning down your house or something. The solder I used is this solder by Kester. It's rosin core number 44. It's my favorite solder. It's nice and fine, as you can see. Compared to the tip of my screwdriver, it's quite thin. And I just used one of these $20 eBay soldering irons with a small tip on it. And that's all I use. It'll fix your lipo glow starter and make it work like it's supposed to, like brand new. It'll work even better than new. A couple of people I know have gotten these, and they go, oh man, it was like $50 and whatever, and it should last all day long. I won't have to charge it for weeks, whatever. And they go and stick it onto their engine, and it doesn't work. Because I had to sit there and physically bang the thing on something for it to work again, and it just wouldn't. And it was so frustrating when you get all the way out to go bashing or racing, and you can't start your truck. So, this is what's also going to happen to this one. I bought this one new as well, before I figured out how to take this one apart, which is just one Phillips head screw, and then this little cover kind of slides on. You have to remove the Dynamite sticker, which is like a thick rubber sticker. You have to take that off. And this guy, if I can get it back on, I'll show you. Oh, I think I need two hands. Bear with me once again. I hate my phone. It's a Galaxy S5. It doesn't even have pause. My S4 is better. This thing kind of snaps together. like that. You have to kind of put the bottom side in first, and then it all clicks together like that. Then you have one Phillips screw that holds a whole lot together, and you just tighten that down. You get the idea. Yeah, so once again, you got to solder that tip onto the wire because they just crimp it on, and it doesn't really make that good of a connection. So the solder will get in there and make sure there's always a good connection. So just a little ramble about these. I actually phoned Dynamite, or the company that makes these. There's a 1-800 number somewhere on here. Yeah, anyways, I contacted these people, and they were absolutely of no help at all. They basically told me I was an idiot and didn't know how to use it properly. When these things are fully charged, like, you're not supposed to unplug them, plug them back in while they're charging. You charge it here in the back, and you're supposed to wait for that red light on the charger to go out. Mine only took half an hour. They're supposed to take 10 hours apparently. Always read the instructions too. And I followed all the instructions, called them, and complained about it, and they basically called me an idiot. So if you're going to complain to these guys, don't bother. Fix it yourself at your own risk, like I said. If you don't know how to solder, or you don't feel safe doing it, have a buddy that knows how to do it for you. I'm not responsible if you blow up the thing on your face. So just putting that out there. Lipo batteries are fucking dangerous. They can explode. They can burn down your house. They can do all sorts of crazy shit. So always remember that. Once again, like I said, you can find this stuff on eBay at your electronics store. It's Caster. Yeah, number 44, rosin core. 500 grams per spool. I've had this spool for like 10 years. It's great stuff. Anyway, enough of this for now. Take it easy, guys.